What is going on, guys? My name is Forge here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops. Today, I'm coming at you with a pretty controversial video. I don't mean it in that way, but let's be real, it is going to come off that way 100%. And that is because I know what everyone's opinion is on this particular game. That is Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, not the trash they released in 2022 that absolutely besmirched the name of MW2, the original one, which is a fantastic game. Don't get this video twisted. I'm not saying this game is bad because of what I'm about to say, which you already know because it's in the title, so I don't know why I take it so long to say this. But MW3 2011, gotta make that clear, is a better game than MW2 2009. Now, the reason, of course, this is all just down to subjective taste at this point, but there's a couple things I'm going to go over, right? Because in reality, these games, objectively, if you want to look at them side by side, are pretty damn similar. I mean, that's kind of like the whole point. It was a pretty rushed game to have a game like that. But either way, MW3, I'm talking about the originals at this point. When I say MW2, MW3, I'm talking about the originals. MW3 was an absolute banger game. Like, they rushed that game, and it still turned out 10 times better than MW2 2022. But anyways, let's just jump right into the first thing, all right? The reason that I think the maps in MW3 2011 are far, far better. Okay, I don't want to say far, far better, but most of them, a lot of them are a lot better than MW2's counterparts. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me just name them, all right? Arcadin, Hard Hat, Dome, Resistance, fucking Bootleg, man. Did I say Seatown? I hope I said Seatown, because that's a banger right there. These maps are fantastic, completely forgotten at this point for some reason. Only a couple of them have ever been remastered, like Hard Hat and Resistance, but Resistance hasn't been remastered since Call of Duty World War II and Infinite Warfare, and neither of those games were very popular. So, yeah, can we get that in MW323 now, please? And then also at the same time, can we please get Seatown? It's literally on the Urzikstan map, which doesn't even make sense because Warzone players don't actually play real Call of Duty, so why would they even know what Seatown is? They don't play Call of Duty, they play Battle Royale. That's not Call of Duty in my opinion. No hate to the Warzone players, I'm just saying. But anyways, yeah, the maps in my opinion are way better. Overall, there's a lot of banger maps in MW222. In MW2. But, you know, overall, I think a lot of them are just a little too large, like Estate. Not a good map. In MW3 2023, man, I hate these names. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's pretty good in 10v10, making that clear. In 10v10, I guess you can play that in Ground War in the original MW2 as well, right? So you can do it like that. You can play 10v10, Estate's actually good. But if you play 6v6, which is what these maps were originally designed for, MW323, MW2 2009, it doesn't matter. Estate's a garbage map, and you only like it because of nostalgia, or if you played Search and Destroy maybe, or you're a sniper. Those are the only reasons, because otherwise, if you're just a red gun type of player, and you play 6v6, respawn modes, it's boring as shit. And the same goes for a lot of these maps, man. I mean, Derail, I don't even have to say it. That's obviously, everyone hates that map for a reason. I cannot play that. Even MW323 and 10v10, still can't play that fucking map. It's like a Battlefield map, but with a fraction of the players. But anyways, obviously those are the bad ones. Let's talk about the good ones. Terminal, Scrapyard. These are some banger maps. I love these maps. But Terminal, that's like the best one. And it's on MW3. MW3 then has all the good maps that game has. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the maps at this point. I just think that overall, the maps are far better. Also, High Rise, man, I used to think that was an S-tier map. MW323 might have ruined that map for me because it just reminded me that it's not as good as it used to be, man. People just sit there spawn sniping. I don't know, man. I still want to love that map like I used to, but it's just so hard to at this point. I don't know if MW323 really ruined it for me, or if it's just, that's just how it's always been. I don't know. I don't really know. I know the spawns and the new MW3s are still pretty crap for some reason, even though literally copy-paste the spawn system from the old game, please. But anyways, I would have rather seen original MW3 maps in the new MW3 remastered rather than MW2 maps being remastered. I think that would have way better, would have made more sense as well. But either way, let's move on, all right? The next thing is the weapons. All right, this is something definitely controversial, all right? In MW2, everything's broken, right? Everyone knows this, which is another thing. I don't like one-man army noob tubes. Maybe some people love that. You like to be a fucking degenerate? That's fine, man. It's a video game at the end of the day. Have fun. But in my opinion, I don't like dying to that shit. I don't like dying to it, and then someone calls an attack nuke, who probably has like a 0.5 KD because he's dog shit at the game. How do I know? Because I did this back in the day, alright? Sitting there with a fucking noob tube. I even made videos on it on my old ass channel way back in the day. Those videos are never seeing the light of day. I sat there, I remember sitting there on Invasion with a goddamn noob tube, and I got a tac nuke off of that. I could never get a Moab in MW3. That's all I'm saying. As that same person back in the day with the same skill, I could never get a goddamn Moab because it actually took skill. You needed to get a 25 gun streak, or 24, whatever it might be. I don't remember exactly. They always change. Maybe it was 30. I don't know. It's always different depending on the COD. Either way, it was far better, and it didn't end the game, which I think that was a downside because it took even more skill. It should have ended the game rather than... It was kind of flipped, you know, like the attack nuke shouldn't have ended the game if it was that easy to get. You can get them with streaks, but the opposite is the case with the Moab. That took a lot of skill, and that should have ended the game, but it didn't. Anyways, though, yeah, the weapons just feel so much better in MW3, in my opinion. The ACR, man, the ACR feels 10 times better in MW3. I can't believe... I feel like it's just nostalgia if you say otherwise at that point, because MW3, man, it's just clean. I mean, you look at the MW2 one, it's still good. It's a great gun, don't get it twisted, but the iron sights are just too bulky or something. Something about it, man. There's just too much plastic or metal or whatever the fucking material is on this gun. There's just too much of it. Whereas MW3's version is like slimmed out. You got the nice Remington logo etched in the side, you know? It's clean. It's nice. It's just the iron sights work. It's not as clean in MW2, right? That's just my opinion. And then the MP7 exists in MW3, but not MW2. That's all I gotta say there. The MP7 is a phenomenal weapon in that game, all right? It's just amazing. It feels good. The animations are amazing. It's just so nice, man. The only thing I'll say is better when it comes to weapons is sniping. I like the intervention 10 times more than anything MW3 has when it comes to that, but that's just to be said with every sniper that they've ever added afterwards in any game. Even the DSR, I think the intervention is still the absolute best sniper they've ever added into a Call of Duty game ever. Or the M40A3 from COD 4, still another weapon that is also a banger, but the intervention still beats it. So I'll give them some pros and cons right there. But the next thing is mode variety, man. Do I have to really say this? Infected. Now, not everyone's interested in that, of course. But for me, Infected has a huge play in my past when it comes to this game. Infected was amazing, man. I went from no throwing knives when they first added it in, and it was just kind of broken, even though it was a lot of fun, and it was really easy to get Moabs from that and stuff like that, but, you know, still, you just had no chance. But then also you had all these, like, special parkour slash glitch spots, or whatever you want to call them, these, like, fun spots that you could, like, learn to do. It's the same reason that I love playing Rainbow Six Siege nowadays. There's always, like, these weird little spots that I can find and do in order to absolutely just catch an enemy off guard, and it's just fun, man. Things like that, these little things that people don't expect or whatever. I don't know, like, they don't know how to do it, but I do because I'm a better player. I actually looked it up. That makes me a better player. But anyways, things like that. Infected was just a great mode. It had a better variety. All or Nothing came from MW3 as well. Another mode that is in modern day Call of Duty games sometimes if they feel like putting them in. And it wouldn't have existed without MW3. And then, you know, because we're running out of time here, I feel like the next thing is, well, Spec Ops, man, is dog shit in MW2. And the missions are dog shit in MW3. Okay, they're not dog shit, especially if you want to compare it to goddamn MW3. I only say that because, let's be real, Call of Duty Zombies destroys all of this anyways, so it doesn't even matter. Spec Ops is a joke in comparison to Call of Duty Zombies, which is why I'm so glad that they just said, screw it. Even if they have the shitty MW3 23 zombies, it's better than Spec Ops, especially the Spec Ops they put in nowadays. Holy shit, Spec Ops nowadays is I didn't know it could get worse. At least they tried in the OG MW2 and MW3 with Spec Ops. But anyways, point is, I'm just not a huge fan of it. I like replay value. That's why. I just don't have the replay value. Other than the snowmobile mission, like, that's an absolute OG. Or the one you sit up on a tower with a Barrett in the snow. You know, that's also, it's just a classic at that point. But is that just nostalgia? Probably. There's also the one where you sit in, like, the burger shot or whatever. Is it a burger shot or is it a taco place? I don't know. Some sort of restaurant. They all just took place in campaign levels, basically. They just reused the campaign levels. But they made them into something else, which is kind of cool. You know, it was cool. But I'm just saying, survival mode was far better. I don't know why we didn't get that in MW2 22 or MW3 23 if they were gonna, well, they didn't do Spec Ops in MW3, but in MW2 22, they had Spec Ops, and they had it in Modern Warfare 2019 as a PlayStation exclusive, because that's the fucking world we lived in for a long duration of time. Glad that we're out of that, so I can actually play the new beta for Call of Duty games on my PC without having to dust off my dusty ass old ass PS4 from a decade ago to just play a fucking beta when I have a PC that can run the game 10 times better than this piece of shit. But anyways, point is, I hate exclusives. I hate that shit. It's just so anti-consumer. But that's a different topic for a different day. Point is, this whole video is going off topic. MW3, in my opinion, oh, the specialist bonus, that's what I was going to say. That was the last one. So we got survival mode, specialist bonus. The weapons, in my opinion, just feel better. Like, even the equivalent weapons that exist in MW2 and MW3, well, they're better in MW3. That's just usually how it goes, in my opinion. The maps, overall, I don't know if I said that. Maps, modes, yeah, survival mode, specialist bonus, I already said that, but yeah. So, oh yeah, and then the fact that the Moab actually takes skill, so if you see someone having a Moab, you know that they actually have a little bit of skill for the most part, unlike attack nuke, which I'm gonna be completely real, any fucking moron can get attack nuke in MW2. Don't think you're special because you got one. I'm gonna be completely real. If you haven't gotten a nuke in any other game, but you've got an attack nuke in MW2, there's a reason for that. Anyways, this is gonna probably get disliked because there's a lot of MW2 fans, and that's fine. That's fine. We all like what we like. But that's not gonna change the fact that MW3 2011 wasn't just a better game overall. Even though it was rushed, it still ended up being the better, superior version of MW2. And yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, I'd like to be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.